Welcome back to the Untitled podcast, brought to you by Kendra Coates. And today we'll just jump right into it. And as I get many of my thoughts, as you can see, most of these videos, if you're watching the video, you'll see that I'm often in my car taking these videos. And as I listen to podcasts on my drive, I think of all these thoughts. And today, we'll take materialistic things or material things. You'll often see, I saw there was a clip, and I think the clip was, some people buy $70 tennis shoes, or some people buy $1,200 tennis shoes. Some people like to flash their money. Some people don't like to flash their money. There's another example of the rapper Savage 21, or 21 Savage, and it has been, I think he had actually had a video, and he says he doesn't wear jewelry anymore. He's not out throwing money and this and that, and I really respected that for two reasons. In the world of hip hop, I think there's a lot of times people think they need to be flashy, they need to throw money, they got to do this and that. And then secondly, that is how the hip-hop community has been portrayed. And it's been portrayed in a negative way with, rappers and all these chains and girls and blah, blah, blah. So I respected him for that. But the major takeaway that I got from that is he's comfortable with himself and he knows himself. And I thought about it and I was like, man, I know a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people who will buy, we'll just say, fancy jewelry or fancy clothes or $600 this or $600 belts. For what? And I always come back to insecurity and a need to be liked and a need to feel respected. You think about the psychology of people and how people operate. Many times the person that you are seeing or the person that you are meeting, that's not the true person. So you have to watch closely to their actions of what they're doing. So to me, when I see somebody, and now don't get me wrong, I'm all for people having nice things and things that people work hard for. But when it becomes a thing to where you're purchasing things just to flaunt it, that's a red flag to me, and that screams insecurity to me. Big insecurity to me. I can remember, and some of these thoughts I have, these are all things that I have gone through myself. For me, growing up, I remember I used to have the necklace. I used to have the watch. I used to want the Jordans. I used to want expensive things. And the more and more I thought about it, I was like, why do I want all those things? It was to impress people. I was insecure with who I was as a person. Now, if you're close to me and you know me, I can't remember the last time I wore a watch. I used to have my ears pierced. I got rid of those many years ago. I used to wear the necklaces. I don't wear them anymore. I used to want the Jordans. I don't want them anymore. Because I'm not living to get other people's approval. But then on top of that, I'm very, very secure with who I am as a person. So I don't need to hide behind money. I don't need to hide behind materialistic things. Why? Because I found out who I was as a person, and I found out what I value. That's something that many people will never find in a lifetime, and that's scary. That's very, very scary. If you go a whole lifetime not knowing who you are, or you go a whole lifetime trying to impress people, I feel very, very bad for individuals like that. But to again, I know people. I used to work at a big insurance company many years ago, and I knew people that had houses, big houses, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 homes. They couldn't pay for it, but why'd they get it? Status. People love the status of, I have a $500,000 home. I own a Lamborghini. That's fine and dandy, but can you really afford it? It's fine and dandy, but why are you doing those things? Are you doing them to impress impress people. Because if you're doing it to impress people, at the end of the day, you buy your gold fancy watch, in 2 weeks nobody cares about your gold fancy watch. And quite frankly, it doesn't change who you are as a person. So you have to change who you are from the inside out, instead of trying to change who you are from the outside in. Material things won't change you. Working on yourself and finding who you are as a person will change you. So that's today's message. I hope you guys got a lot of value from that message. Please subscribe to the channel, because there's many more thoughts behind this. And also be sure to follow the Instagram page. The handle is KOATSC. Coats C. And be sure to if you disagree with this message, disagree with it, but tell me. Okay, there's many people who say, well, that's a dumb message. Okay, why is it a dumb message? You can't just jump on somebody's account and say that's a dumb message without adding context behind it. Because if you think of this being a dumb message, and you provide value of where I say, maybe it is a bad message, then we can converse and try to make it a good message. But if you just jump on it with your negativity, please kick rocks, go another way. Don't want to hear you. So anyhow, until next time, have a good one.